Hey, honestly, moving to a new country is terrifying. You feel like everyone else has this secret script, and you're just making it up as you go. You might know the grammar, but do you know the vibe? Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a guy named Roberto who felt exactly like that. He was doing everything right, but he was totally alone. But here's the cool part. Hidden inside his story are 10 specific questions and answers that will completely change how you speak and connect with people. I'm listing them right here, 1 through 10. By the end of this video, you won't just know these answers, you'll know how to stop feeling like an outsider. So, if you've ever felt stuck or awkward in English, stick around. Let's get into it. The story, the grind and the ghosting. So picture this. It's 7 p.m. The office is basically a ghost town. Everyone has already packed up and left, except for Roberto. Roberto is the classic new guy. He's Brazilian, super smart, but he's grinding way too hard. He thinks that to make it in the US, he has to work until he drops. Then his coworker, Maya, pops back in. She forgot her phone. She sees Roberto still glued to his screen, and she's like, "Dude, why are you still here?" Now, this is where it gets awkward. Roberto tries to play it cool. He makes a comment about Brazilians being hard workers, but Maya checks him on it immediately. She's like, "We're in the US. You don't need to burn out to prove yourself." She invites him to get pizza with the team. It's the perfect setup, right? An easy win. But what does Roberto do? He shuts it down. He pulls the classic, maybe next time. Maya calls him out. She tells him that his next time is like a New Year's resolution, something people talk about but never actually do. Roberto doesn't get it. He's confused. He thinks she's being mean, or maybe he just doesn't understand the reference. Maya tries to explain that life isn't just about spreadsheets, it's about having fun. But Roberto drops a bomb. He says, "For me, work is fun." Ouch, that's a wall. He tells her to go enjoy herself and literally tries to get back to his report. But Maya isn't letting him off the hook that easy. She asks him if he's okay. She notices he's been acting weird, avoiding lunch, skipping parties, basically ghosting the whole team. She asks, straight up, "Did we do something wrong?" And this is the moment everything changes. Roberto admits the truth. It's not about the work, it's about fear. In Brazil, he was somebody. Here, he's just the new guy with the accent. He tells her, "I can talk about work, but I don't understand the jokes." This is huge. He felt stupid because he didn't understand the New Year's resolution comment. He feels like he doesn't belong. But Maya flips the script. She tells him he's not alone. She's from a small town, and when she moved to the city, she cried in the bathroom for a month because she felt so out of place. She teaches him a massive lesson. If you don't open your heart, the loneliness stays forever. She tells him, "Don't think, just do." Roberto finally shuts his computer. He takes a risk. He decides to go for pizza. And for the first time since he arrived, he doesn't feel lonely anymore. Now, that story hits deep, right? But let's break down the English inside it. I've prepared 10 crucial questions from this story that tackle grammar, vocabulary, and culture. The 10 questions and answers. Question 1. Is it better to say, "I am working hard" or "I am hardly working"? Answer. Okay, listen closely because mixing these up is a disaster. In the story, Roberto is working hard. This means he is putting in a lot of effort. He is focused, he is grinding. But if you say, "I am hardly working," you are saying the exact opposite. Hardly means barely or almost not at all. So if your boss walks in and asks what you're doing and you say, "I'm hardly working," you might get fired. Working hard equals lots of effort. Hardly working equals being lazy or doing almost nothing. Be very careful with where you put that "ly." Question 2. What did Maya mean by New Year's resolutions? Answer. This is a huge cultural thing in the US and many other places. A New Year's resolution is a promise you make to yourself on January 1st. You say, "I'm going to the gym every day," or "I'm going to learn French." But here's the joke. 99% of people quit after 2 weeks. We never actually do them. So when Maya told Roberto, your next time is like my New Year's resolutions, she was teasing him. She meant, you keep saying you will come with us in the future, but I know you never will. It's a way to call someone out for procrastinating, but in a funny way. Question 3. Roberto said, for me, work is fun. What is the difference between fun and funny? This is a classic mistake I see all the time. Fun is about enjoyment. A party is fun. Video games are fun. Your job can be fun. It makes you feel happy. Funny is about laughing. A clown is funny. A joke is funny. A comedy movie is funny. Roberto said, work is fun. That is correct grammar, even if it sounds a bit crazy. But you cannot say, I enjoyed the party, it was very funny. No, unless people were telling jokes at the party, you should say, the party was fun. Fun equals good time. Funny equals haha laugh. Question 4. Maya said, I feel like you're avoiding us. What does avoiding mean here? To avoid someone means to stay away from them on purpose. It's like when you see someone you owe money to and you quickly duck into a store so they don't see you. That's avoiding. Maya felt like Roberto was intentionally not going to lunch or parties because he didn't like them. We often use this in relationships or friendships. If someone stops texting you back, they are avoiding you. In Gen Z slang, we might say he was dodging them. It's a bad feeling because it makes the other person feel rejected. Question 5. Why did Roberto say, I never get half of what you're talking about? The key word here is get. In this context, get doesn't mean to receive something like getting a gift. Here, get means to understand. I don't get it means I don't understand it. Did you get the joke means did you understand the joke? Roberto is admitting that when Americans speak fast and use slang, he only understands 50%. This is super common. You might know the words, but you don't get the meaning. If you want to speak English like a native, you have to master this use of get. Question 6. Maya told him to open up. Is she asking him to open a door? No, not a door. Open up is a phrasal verb that means to share your feelings. When you keep everything inside, your fears, your sadness, your stress, you are closed off. When Maya says, I just need to open up, she means she needs to be vulnerable. She needs to tell people the truth about how she feels. In American culture, opening up is seen as a brave thing to do. It's how you make real friends. If you never open up, people think you are a robot or that you don't like them. Question 7. Roberto said he felt lost. Why use the instead of a? This is subtle but important. If he said, I'm just a new guy, it means he is one of many. Maybe there are 10 new employees. But by saying, I'm just the new guy, he's pointing out a specific label or identity. He feels like everyone looks at him and sees only one thing, the alien, the outsider, the Brazilian. He feels like that title is the only thing people know about him. Using the here adds dramatic weight to his feeling of isolation. Question 8. Maya said, don't think, just do. Why is this grammar weird? Usually, a sentence needs a subject, right? You should not think. But Maya is using the imperative form. This is used for commands, strong advice, or motivation. Think about the Nike slogan, just do it. When you drop the you, the sentence becomes punchy and powerful. Maya sees Roberto hesitating. He's overthinking. By saying, don't think, just do, she is cutting through his anxiety. It's very common in casual American English when you are trying to hype someone up or push them to make a move. Question 9. What does it mean when Roberto said he felt lost? He doesn't mean he needed a map or GPS. He wasn't physically lost in the city. He felt emotionally lost. When you feel lost in a new culture, it means you don't know the rules. You don't know how to act. You feel confused about your identity. You ask yourself, who am I here? It's that feeling of floating without an anchor. If you've ever watched a video on common English mistakes, You know that confusing physical meanings with emotional meanings is easy to do. Here, lost means confused and lonely. Question 10. Maya said, "Your English is good." Why did she stress the word is? Normally, we say, "Your English is good" with a flat tone, but when you emphasize the helping verb is, you are contradicting someone. Roberto just said, "My English is not very good." Maya wants to fight that idea, so she stresses the verb, "Your English is good." We do this to reassure people. I'm not smart. You are smart. It's a verbal way of highlighting the truth and boosting someone's confidence. So, did you see yourself in Roberto or maybe in Maya? The truth is, language isn't just about vocabulary words, it's about connection. You can study all day, but if you don't open up and share a pizza or a conversation, you'll always feel like the new guy. I hope these 10 questions helped clear up some confusion for you. If they did, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want to stop feeling lost and start feeling confident, make sure to subscribe to Learn English with Jennifer. I post videos like this to help you bridge that gap between knowing English and living in English. Don't think, just subscribe. See you in the next one.